The quiet streets of Boulder, Colorado, were forever changed on the morning of December 26, 1996, when the lifeless body of 6-year-old JonBenét Ramsey was discovered in the basement of her family home. What began as a frantic search for a missing child quickly unraveled into one of America's most perplexing unsolved murders, leaving investigators and the public grappling with a web of conflicting evidence and unanswered questions. As we delve into the final hours of JonBenét's life, we uncover 10 unsettling facts that continue to haunt this case decades later. The bizarre 911 audio that kicked off this tragic saga still sends chills down the spines of those who hear it. In the early hours of that fateful Boxing Day, Patsy Ramsey's panicked voice crackled through the emergency line, reporting her daughter missing. But it's what happened after she thought she'd hung up that raises eyebrows. Muffled voices and strange utterances were captured, seemingly unbeknownst to the Ramseys, leaving many to wonder what was really happening in those crucial moments. As the investigation unfolded, one of the most perplexing pieces of evidence emerged: an unusually long ransom note. Spanning nearly 3 pages, this verbose demand for $118,000 was unlike anything investigators had ever seen. Written on paper from the Ramsey home and with a pen found in the house, this ransom note defied logic. Who would take the time to pen such a lengthy missive in the midst of a kidnapping? The answer to this question continues to elude detectives to this day. Adding to the mystery was the glaring absence of any signs of forced entry. The Ramsey home, a sprawling 15-room mansion, showed no indication that an intruder had broken in. Windows were intact, doors were locked, and the sophisticated alarm system hadn't been triggered. This puzzling detail led many to question whether the perpetrator was someone known to the family, or perhaps even more disturbingly, someone already inside the house. The grim discovery of JonBenét's body revealed another chilling detail: an improvised garrote had been used in the crime. This crude weapon, fashioned from a paintbrush handle and cord, spoke to a level of premeditation that shocked even seasoned investigators. The precision and brutality of its use pointed to a killer with a disturbing familiarity with such methods, deepening the enigma surrounding the case. In a twist that continues to perplex forensic experts, undigested pineapple was found in JonBenét's stomach during the autopsy. This seemingly innocuous detail became a point of contention, as her parents claimed she had gone straight to bed after returning home from a Christmas party. The presence of this fruit, which matched a bowl found in the Ramsey kitchen, raised questions about the timeline of events and who might have been with JonBenét in her final hours. Perhaps one of the most troubling aspects of the case was the unexplained skull fracture, discovered during JonBenét's autopsy. This severe injury, indicative of blunt force trauma, painted a horrific picture of the violence inflicted upon the young beauty queen. Yet, the weapon used to inflict this wound was never found, leaving investigators with another baffling piece of the puzzle. The controversial basement window became a focal point of the investigation, with conflicting theories about its role in the crime. Some argued it could have been an entry point for an intruder, while others pointed out the undisturbed spider webs and lack of evidence supporting this theory. The window's significance in the case remains hotly debated, a testament to the complexity of the crime scene. In the aftermath of JonBenét's death, attention turned to her older brother, Burke, and his strange behavior. Interviews conducted with the 9-year-old boy revealed responses that some experts found unsettling. His apparent lack of emotion and unusual demeanor during questioning led to speculation about his potential involvement. Though he was officially cleared by DNA evidence in 2008, the advent of DNA technology brought new hope to the case, but also new complications. Trace amounts of unidentified male DNA found on JonBenét's clothing initially seemed like a breakthrough. However, the small quantity and questions about its relevance to the crime have made it a double-edged sword in the investigation. simultaneously offering a potential lead and muddying the waters. And a final perplexing detail that has long troubled investigators: no footprints were found in the snow surrounding the Ramsey home. On a winter night in Colorado, this absence of evidence seemed almost impossible to explain. It added yet another layer of mystery to a case already shrouded in uncertainty, leaving many to wonder how a killer could have entered and exited the property without leaving a trace. As we reflect on these 10 unsettling facts about JonBenét Ramsey's last hours, we're left with more questions than answers. The bizarre 911 call, the lengthy ransom note, the lack of forced entry, the cruel improvised weapon, the undigested pineapple, the unexplained head injury, the controversial basement window, Burke's puzzling behavior, the inconclusive DNA evidence, and the absence of footprints in the snow. Each element adds to the complex tapestry of this haunting case. More than 2 decades later, the murder of JonBenét Ramsey remains one of America's most infamous unsolved crimes. It continues to captivate the public imagination, spawning countless theories and debates. As technology advances and new investigative techniques emerge, there's hope that one day, the truth about what happened on that Christmas night in 1996 will finally come to light. Until then, the tragic fate of a little girl in a pink ballerina nightgown serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind the facade of suburban perfection, leaving an indelible mark on our collective consciousness.